What's up, everyone? Scott Martin here. Wanted to come to you with a little call for help, some information that you might need to be aware of. So here's what I want you to do, guys. I'm gonna make this short. I'm gonna make it real concise. But I want you to do one big thing for me. One big thing for all the fishing fans out there. Whether you're a freshwater fisherman, a saltwater fisherman, Lake Okeechobee, both coasts, whatever. Share this video, guys. This is very, very important to share this video. And if you know someone that loves the sport of bass fishing, they love Lake Okeechobee, they love the state of Florida, share it to them as well. You know, today's Saturday, it's the day before Father's Day, and they're doing some protest over on the coast about stopping the water releases from Lake Okeechobee to the coast. And let me first say this. I love the state of Florida. I love Lake Okeechobee. I love both coasts. I've spent a lot of time in Stewart, saltwater fishing over there. I spent a ton of time on the West Coast fishing Sanibel, Fort Myers. I know that there's some major concerns right now about water releases to both coasts. I get it. I'm a conservationist. I want things to be great for our state. I want water issues to be fixed, for sure. But I do want to come to you right now to say some things. So for the people that don't know, will understand some simple things, some common sense things about the issues that we're dealing with. You know, first of all, Lake Okeechobee is a natural lake. It's not a reservoir. It's a natural lake. Yes, there's a levee that goes all the way around this lake that protects us from hurricanes when they come, but it's not a reservoir. It is a natural lake that God put on this earth. And it's full of wildlife. It's full of birds. It's full of alligators. It's full of bass. It's full of bluegill. It is a resource, not only for the communities around this lake, but a resource for this entire state of Florida. There's millions and millions of dollars spent in the state of Florida because of Lake Okeechobee. And I know there are millions and millions of dollars spent every single year because of the beaches on both coasts. So I feel the pain. I feel the issues. I do understand what we're dealing with here. But I want to educate you guys on a couple things. Number one, water releases. Stop the water releases from Lake Okeechobee. That is a really bad idea, and here's why. Here's why it's a bad idea to stop the water releases from Lake Okeechobee. If we stop the water releases from Lake Okeechobee, we're going to drown out Lake Okeechobee. We're going to flood out this beautiful resource here that's, again, full of wildlife, manatees, birds, eagles, ospreys, some of the best bass fishing in the entire world. We're going to drown it out. So if we stop the water releases, it's going to kill the communities around Lake Okeechobee. It's going to kill our only resource of tourism in this part of the state. The towns like Clewiston and Okeechobee City, Moorhaven, Belglade, and again, the far reaches of these counties here. Lake Okeechobee is a magnet to bring people to the state of Florida that spend millions of dollars, not only here in our communities, but on the coast as well. You know, guys, here's the problem. Here's a fact for you. The water that is getting released to each coast right now is not Lake Okeechobee's water. It's where the water ends up. I didn't build this system, and you watching this probably didn't build this system either. This was a system built long time ago by the Army Corps of Engineers and the people in government that decided to build it this certain way, and that is the way that it is built right now. Can we change that? I hope so. But we cannot stop the water releases, or we're going to drown out, again, this beautiful resource and destroy this famous lake. Look how beautiful this lake is. It is a beautiful lake. Now, getting back to where this water comes from. The water that is getting released is not coming because of Lake Okeechobee. It's here because the water is getting released into Lake Okeechobee from the north end of the lake, the Kissimmee River Valley. So all the people that are doing the protests to stop the discharges into the Caloosahatchee River and the St. Lucie, let's change our message, guys. Let's change our message. Let's stop the water coming into Lake Okeechobee. Let's fix the problem where the problem is coming from. It's the entire Kissimmee River Valley. Hundreds of miles of the state of Florida that drains all the cow farms, all of the communities up north of the lake, such as Orlando and Disney World, all the parking lots, all the tourism up there. All that water, all that rain filters down through the Kissimmee River and dumps into Lake Okeechobee and fills our lake up with water. And then they have to release this water, otherwise they're going to drown it out. And that's what's going to happen, guys. So I beg of you to really start focusing on the issue at bay. And it's not the water from Lake Okeechobee. It's not Lake Okeechobee's water. It's not the rain that fell on the lake. It is the rain that fell north of the lake. Let's figure out how to stop that water. Let's figure out how to store that water north. Let's figure out some great ideas. And there's been some wonderful ideas on the drawing boards, like deep water wells. Wells that go thousands of feet deep, that rainwater in the Kissimmee River Valley can get pushed down super, super deep into the boulder zone, that would take care of a lot of these releases. But the simple fact of just saying stop the water to protect the beaches, but yet we kill Lake Okeechobee. We kill our resource here. We have real families here, guys. I live here in these communities around this lake. I've grown up on this lake my entire life. And to have people say, let's stop the water releases so we can kill Lake Okeechobee, that's a terrible, terrible idea. So I beg of you to look at the solutions north of the lake. I beg of you to look at deep water well injections. Let's put in some reservoirs north of the lake, thousands of acres north of Lake Okeechobee, that they could put some of that water. But again, guys, it's not the rain that literally fell on Lake Okeechobee that is making us release water over here. It is the water coming into Lake Okeechobee. Lake Okeechobee's taken the brunt of this entire thing. Again, there's real families, real communities, real schools, real businesses over here, just like you have over there on the coast. And we're all pulling on the same rope in the same direction. I promise you, we want a healthy Florida. We want to solve the water drainage in Florida. But stopping the discharges from Lake Okeechobee is not going to solve that problem. All you're going to do is kill Lake Okeechobee, and in turn, you're going to still have to release the water. Here's something to think about. Let's take this beautiful resource right here that I'm idling across right now. Thousands of acres of grass. Let's figure out a way to increase the vegetation in Lake Okeechobee. Now, what will that do? If we manage this lake right, if the Corps of Engineers can manage this lake and promote this lake to grow grass, more grass, that's double the amount of vegetation in Lake Okeechobee. It's going to double the filtration. So the water that's in Lake Okeechobee is going to be getting filtered 365 days a year with more grass. But when we drown the lake out, we kill the grass. And when we kill the grass, we kill our filter. It's just like an aquarium, guys. If you don't have a filter in your aquarium at home, your tank's going to get dirty and the fish are not going to live. And that's what we're dealing with here. We need to promote the grass to grow. We need to also, big time, promote ways of storing the water north. If you have a passion for Lake Okeechobee, if you have a passion for the state of Florida, and you have a passion for these water conditions that we're dealing with down here, I beg of you to look at how to store the water north. There are plans to do some things, but we need you. We need the voices around the state to say, let's store it north. That is a great solution. Let's figure out a way to stop the water coming in from Lake Okeechobee and filling Lake Okeechobee up to a critical level where, again, we have to release, otherwise we kill the lake. This lake is fragile. It's not a lake that is meant to be 17 or 18 or 19 foot high. This lake right here is meant to be regulated at a 13 to 15 foot lake. That's the only way the grass is going to grow. There's thousands and thousands of people that enjoy this lake every single year, like that boat that just drove by me. They're probably not even from here. They're probably from Minnesota or Michigan or some other state down here enjoying this beautiful resource. As hurricane season is approaching, if we have a super high lake, all we're going to do is kill our filter. And at the end of the day, they're still going to have to release water. So guys, again, I just pray that you share this video. I pray that you understand from my heart where I'm coming from, because I love this lake. I love the state of Florida. I love Stewart. I love the East Coast. I love the West Coast. I really do. I spent a lot of time over there. I spent a lot of time in the Keys, fishing the Everglades. And guys, Lake Okeechobee is the headwaters of the Everglades. For all you that want to protect the Everglades, let's protect Lake Okeechobee. We have to do that. So again, I beg of you to share this video. I beg of you to look into solutions. Let's figure out how to store it, whether it's down in wells or whether it's in reservoirs north of the lake. But just allowing Lake Okeechobee to fill up to a level that kills the lake, it's going to kill the towns and kill our communities. We need to keep this lake at an acceptable level to grow grass, to help more filtering and clean the water up even better. So I appreciate you guys letting me kind of speak to you, again, from my heart. You know, this isn't a scripted deal. This is just me coming out here on the lake. I want to show you the beautiful resource that we have here. There's a much better solution than stopping the discharges from Lake Okeechobee. So reach out to whoever you know, reach out to senators, reach out to your government officials, and check out ways to store the water north. Let's stop the water coming in to Lake Okeechobee, not water coming out of Lake Okeechobee. That would be the easiest and the best solution so we don't destroy this beautiful resource. So guys, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Again, thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for your comments. And I'll leave you with this. Again, I love both coasts. I do a lot of fishing over there, but we have to come out with a better solution than stopping the discharges, because we're going to do nothing but destroy this beautiful resource and kill the communities around the lake, and thus taking away millions of dollars of tourism and families and schools and future for our resources here in our communities. Thanks for listening to me, guys. Time to go fishing.